The Brexit divorce agreement is being negotiated by politicians in London, but it's areas in England's northeast which are likely to be hardest hit by whatever deal is done. SBS Europe correspondent Ben Lewis has been to the former steelmaking hub of Redcar, where unemployment is well above the national average. It's a town which voted overwhelmingly to leave, but older locals are dreaming of a return to glory days, even if economists are predicting the exact opposite.
For decades, Redcar was steel country. Its blast furnace, for a time the biggest in Europe, still dominates the skyline. Steel produced here was used to build the Sydney Harbour Bridge. But the plant was shut down in 2015 with thousands laid off. The town hasn't really recovered. Former boxer Frankie Wales is putting juniors through their paces. It's one of several programs he oversees, providing support and, crucially, something to do for the town's young people. He voted leave and doesn't think Brexit will be a knockout blow for this community, already dealing with high unemployment.
How could it get worse? So what could you do? When you've got nothing, it doesn't matter where you put it, you've still got nothing at the end of the day. We literally have nothing.
This region is overwhelmingly white and working class, but the suggestion that Leave voters are xenophobic angers many here.
These people need to come and have a look with their own eyes before they just start thinking, wow, these guys are racist, these guys are, because that isn't the case. 66.2% of people in Redcar and Cleveland voted to leave, despite the fact the region is likely to be one of the hardest hit by Brexit. The UK government's own analysis paints a worrying picture. If Britain manages to sign a limited free trade deal with the EU, growth in this region is still expected to be 11% lower over the next 15 years compared with current forecasts. And if Britain crashes out of Europe without a deal at all, growth in the northeast is expected to be 16% lower. New polls show support for leaving has dropped considerably in this electorate. Redcar's Remain supporting MP says that's not a surprise. She's backing a people's referendum on the final Brexit deal.
People here do feel they're very resilient, they're very proud, they're very determined, and they'll get on and battle through. But the reality is, why are we making it harder for us? Why would we cause businesses of our neighbours and our friends to go under? That's just mad.
But optimism often trumps realism. At the small volunteer-run museum, Fred Brunskill takes pride in preserving his town's maritime heritage. He voted to leave the EU and has no regrets.
I still say that we are doing the right thing. Europe, when you look at the facts, Europe needs us. They will be in danger with it without us. So at the end of the day, they've got to cave in to some of our demands.
His friend Philip was a third-generation steel worker and is an accomplished painter. He voted Remain but accepts the referendum result and believes Redcar's spirit will help it overcome the rough seas ahead.
And I think that's the essence of this place. No matter what you throw at it, we get over it. And, we see people now coming down to the beach and coming into Redcar. The place is starting to buzz again, It's becoming, I think it's going to find its destiny again.
Optimism is never in short supply in the bingo hall.
7 and 9, 79.
Where Redcar's seniors remember the glory days and hope they'll return.
If we come together as a community, we will make Redcar great again.
The economic forecast isn't good, but this town has weathered its share of challenges in the past, and uncertainty about tomorrow is something the people of Redcar are very much used to. In North East England, Ben Lewis, SBS World News.